What's up? I want y'all to check this video out and see what happens when you, as a black person, tell a white person no in East Point, Detroit, on Cushing Street. I want y'all to take a look at this video, and then
Ms.
I'm gonna
Robinson
make some
says
comments.
she was just walking up and down Cushing Street, the street she lives on in East Point, talking on her phone on Thursday when she says one of her neighbors approached her.
Do you think that you can get off your phone or talk lower? One of those things that she said. And I said, get out of my face. And I proceeded to walk past her. So she's saying whatever she's saying. 3 minutes later, East Point police pulls up.
So Diamond started doing a Facebook Live video.
And I hope you know that this is all being recorded.
The woman who
Okay, so check this out. She walking on the phone, walking down the street in a neighborhood that she been staying in, and she asked, well, basically was telling her to turn her phone down.
I'm not doing anything wrong by walking up and down the street talking on my phone.
But as Diamond continues to record, the police officers end up writing her a ticket.
A ticket for being a public nuisance because I'm talking too loud on my phone. That's why I got a ticket.
And that ticket isn't cheap, $385.
There is no way that the police should be called on me when I am on my own property, in my own neighborhood, on my own block.
Diamond plans to fight the ticket, and because she's so upset about the whole ordeal, she's now having security cameras installed outside her home.
Now, what's wrong?
Blasting everything on Facebook
What's wrong
Live,
with this?
she says she felt like she had no other choice.
A lot of these things are being.
Now, what's really wrong with this? Now, it's not so much of the point. Now, I know she upset about the ticket and that she's walking in her own neighborhood. All that's very legitimate. But what the real issue is the fact that she's getting a ticket for public nuisance for being too loud in the neighborhood. But who made that determination? It wasn't the police officers. It wasn't any bystanders. It was the white lady, the white lady. You know, I'm just putting out there. It's a fact. If her neighbor was a new resident in the neighborhood on Cushing Street in East Point, Detroit, came outside, told her, "Hey, you too loud for my comfort. Like whatever volume voice you're using, I don't like it. I'm uncomfortable with it. So you need to either get off your phone, or either you need to lower your voice." And then, like you see, the sister said, she told her, "Well, hey, get out of my face." You know, this what I'm saying. Like they weird. Like some of them are just so weird to where they think they can just do and say anything. Like how are you just some random person? You walk up to another adult that's walking so clearly. I mean, even if she was standing there, that's her right. She could do that. But walking past your house or your home talking or whatever at a volume that you don't deem proper, and then you run out and confront them as they're walking by, meaning they're leaving, they're not going to be there. And even if she was, you get in another adult's face and tell them to quiet it down or either to end their phone call. And so then naturally, as somebody that has some sort of respect and slow to temper, just said, "Hey, get out of my face." You know, didn't cuss her out or anything like that. Just said, "Hey, get out of my face." Continues on walking, talking on the phone, and she calls the police. And so what do the police do? They come, talk to the lady. Don't put her name out there. We put this sister's name all out there. Um, and then they end up giving her a ticket for public nuisance. Now, this is the problem. Who decided or determined what evidence did the officers get in their investigation to determine or to decide if this sister was talking too loud or if she was being a disturbance or a nuisance in the neighborhood? Were there a group of people who were saying this? Were people outside because she was being too noisy? No. It was one white woman that came out of her home and said, "You're being too loud. I don't like the volume of your voice. You need to stop and you need to stop right now." She didn't stop. So show you how the system, how they think in their mind that that is an acceptable cause to call the police. And so then the police comes out and then they give her a $385 ticket. And then one of the reporters went to the neighbor, the white lady that called the police, and her statement was that um, the ticket speaks for itself. When they asked what was going on with the situation, she said the ticket speaks for itself. So what is that saying? The ticket speaks for itself, and it does speak for itself. It speaks that if she had obeyed when she said get off the phone or lower your voice, then she wouldn't be getting a ticket and she wouldn't be getting the police called on her. But not only that, it's the police supporting saying that this type of behavior is okay and that it's okay to do that. By her making that comment, that shows that they justified her in calling them for that because she was talking in a volume that she felt was too loud. And then the other injustice about this, what I mean as far as the system, and so now because this white lady came out and said that she was too loud, now she has to go to court. She has to take time out of her life. Look, I mean, it's just a whole entire inconvenience. Like this white woman won, regardless to if she has to pay the ticket or not. The fact that she's got to go to court, she's got to fight it. It's something she's got to think about. It's something that she's got to deal with. It's just really just like unacceptable. But that's what we mean as far as with the system being unjust is the fact that some random person can just on black folk, some random white person can just say, "Hey, you're I think you're being too loud," and then if you don't get quiet or do like they say, like back in the olden days, show you where the mind is still that is still very prevalent today, as we see so much of the fact that she told her to get off her phone or either lower her voice. She didn't. She called in the police, and then the police served her a ticket based off the fact that this one random person said that this person was being loud. Now, in a just system, just because one person says, if you think no color, nothing involved, you just got two people. A person called and said, "Hey, this person is being too loud outside my window." For one, I don't even think that that is anything major, to investigate, especially if the person's walking past your home. But anyway, so you go out and ask them to be quiet. They call the police come. They do an investigation. Okay, hey, what's going on? They were being too loud. I was on my phone. I told her to get out of my face. Okay. You continue going your separate ways. You go back in the house doing whatever you're doing. Everybody has a good day because you can't prove that this person was being a nuisance. So at the end of the day, the white lady told her to be quiet, to get off her phone. She didn't do it. So you you got a 285 ticket that you'll have to have your day in court, as was said. So that's what's going to happen. But that's just another example of what we show of how this system is unfair and just how it's systematically to fight against justice. It's not really for justice. Because how is that right? That a random individual can say that you're talking too loud, and then their word is just bond. That's what it is. Like her word was the law. She said that this lady was being a nuisance because she said it, then therefore it was so. And so now she has to go to court because she told her that she violated the law. And then the police is coming in force, what she said pretty much. So that's what it is.